Before this video starts, I just want to thank you guys so much for 200K. We just hit it this morning when I woke up. I will be sharing some plans on how we're going to celebrate this amazing milestone with you guys very shortly. But again, just thank you so much, guys. I never thought I would actually make it this far. I can't wait to keep our community growing here on YouTube. Thanks again, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. The Welcome to Alola event has started around the world. Let's go through all the event details and some tips and tricks for the event. Timestamps below, as always. So the Welcome to Alola event is the event that'll introduce Gen 7 into Pokemon Go. It's going to be running from March 1st, 10 a.m. to March 9th, 8 p.m. all local time. In the wild, we're going to be seeing Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Pikipek, and Yungoos all spawning more often. In the 1-star raids, we have Bellsprout, Snubbull, Phanpy, Electrike, and RockRuff. In the 3-star raids, we have Alolan Raichu, Nidoqueen, Wigglytuff, Alolan Graveler. In the 5-star raids, we're going to have the introduction of the legendary Tapu Koko. And in the Mega raids, we're going to have a Mega Venusaur. There's going to be a collection challenge, which will be available in game that will require you to catch a Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Pikipek, Yungoos, and evolve into a Gumshoe. That will get you a medal for your Elite Collector's Medal, 7,000 XP, and 15 Ultra Balls. Of course, you will be able to get all the new Gen 7 Pokemon through evolution. We're going to talk a little bit more about some more complicated evolutions in the game, but these are some of the new Gen 7 Pokemon you can get during this event, as well as another hidden Gen 7 Pokemon, Jangmo-o, which is an actual season wild spawn, so it's going to be a rare wild spawn during the season. I don't know if it'll be spawning during this event. You might have to wait till after this event is over, but it'll also be available from 10-kilometer eggs, as well as RockRuff during the season of Alola. Finally, Comfey is a Hawaii exclusive regional. I don't know if they're spawning in Hawaii yet, since this specific event might overtake this seasonal spawn of Comfey, but that is going to be a new Hawaii regional of Pokemon Go. Research for the event. First of all, we're going to have special field research. You can find the task, catch 7 Pokemon for 10 Pokeballs or 10 Great Balls. Actually a really good task there to collect Pokeballs. Use 7 berries to help catch Pokemon for 7 Ultra Balls. That's a really good task as well. And walk 1 kilometer will get you the new Pikipek and Yungoos. Finally, last thing to mention is Yungoos and RockRuff are 2 new Pokemon, but they can actually both be shiny upon release. So you can get the Yungoos in the wild. RockRuff is only going to be in the 1-star raids and the 10-kilometer eggs, but both those Pokemon can be shiny upon release. Finally, we do have special research dropping. There's going to be 4 special researches throughout the season. This is going to be the first one, and based off the Melee Island. You can go ahead and pause on screen, read any of these tasks. I'm not going to read to you them individually, and they're all generally pretty easy tasks. You know, spin 5 stops, send 5 Zis to friends. Like, nothing here should be really tough for you. That is all the event details. Let's hop right into the tips and tricks for the event. First off, people are going to be asking me, what are the best spawns to go for? What are the best Gen 7 Pokemon dropping? What I'm going to say here is, first of all, Gen 7 is a new gen, so I recommend catching every single new Gen 7 Pokemon you get. You're going to start stocking up candy for the future. You know, you're just kind of starting from zero, so might as well catch as many as you can. No point in really avoiding any of these Pokemon. I'm going to be dropping a video tomorrow going through every single new Gen 7 Pokemon that is in Pokemon Go. Which ones are the best? Which ones work where? Is this one good for raids? Is this one good for PvP? All that stuff. So you guys can wait for that video, but however, I'm not going to leave you completely hanging, and we're going to go briefly through some of the ones you want to focus on during this event. Taking a look at the Great League. The only really Great League Pokemon we can see here is Kommo-o, ranked 21. The rest of them are were kind of shafted by their movesets. RIP Decidueye getting Razor Leaf. That's so sad. So Kommo-o is a decent Great League Pokemon to get. Again, that one's going to be one of those 10-kilometer egg hatches, not actually features in the event. Same goes with the Ultra League. Kommo-o is going to be the only one to get play. I saw Incineroar actually do decently as well in the Ultra League, but not amazing. The Premier Classic, you're going to see Pokemon like Primarina and Kommo-o as well getting play, and Primarina is like a new Charmer. It has the exact same type as Azu, Water and Fairy type, but it can learn Charm, Moonblast, and Psychic, so it's just going to be a really strong Charmer in the league because Water and Fairy is a pretty strong type. And then in the Master League is where you're going to see Primarina, Kommo-o do the best, rank 25 and rank 38. Tapu Koko is up there as well, but I've seen gameplay of Tapu Koko and it doesn't seem that amazing. Yonkis drops some. It definitely needs a little moveset update to get a little bit better, because right now all just charge moves just take too long to charge to. And here's some rankings for the non-XL Master League. As far as raid attackers go, on first glance, nothing looks too amazing. I could see Primarina being a decent raid attacker, but honestly, I don't think there's going to be any meta-breaking raid attacking Pokemon in this bunch. Tapu Koko might be a decent electric, but honestly, nothing too crazy. Stay tuned for my video tomorrow in which we'll go more in depth. Now, before we move on to the spawns, let's just talk about how to do some of these more confusing evolutions. Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Pikipek, and Jangmo-o all just are a simple evolution. I think the first stage is 25, 100 for the next. However, Yungoos and RockRuff has more confusing evolutions to do. First of all, RockRuff going into Lycanroc. Lycanroc has 2 forms currently in Pokemon Go. It has the midday form and the midnight form. That midnight form looks pretty cool, and it can actually be shiny, which is actually pretty cool. And I believe there's also the dusk form, which is not out yet. Now, to evolve the RockRuff into the 2 forms, it's going to take 50 candies, but like Umbreon and Espeon with Eevee, it's going to depend on if it's daytime or nighttime. If you use the 50 candies on RockRuff during the daytime, which means the game is just, it's bright inside the game. I don't think there's a specific time because it'll change throughout the year depending on when the sun goes down. You will get the midday form. If you evolve it during night, you will get the night form. Remember, you want to make sure you're seeing the outline of the one you want before you click the evolution button. And there also will be a sun or a moon beside the little evolution button, depending on if it is going to be at night or daytime, if you can't really confirm which one it is. That's how you do that evolution. And then as far as Yungoos goes, it's going to be similar, only 50 candies, but you can actually only evolve Yungoos into Gumshoos only during the daytime using the 50 candies. So that one's going to be, I believe, exclusive. You can only evolve it during the day, which is kind of interesting. Let's talk about raids. We have a couple raids going down. Which ones are going to be the best to do? As far as the 1-stars go, honestly, with the release of Gen 7, Bellsprout, Snubbull, Phanpy, and Electrike kind of look like not worth doing. First of all, because we got some of these spawns during the Johto Tour, but also they're kind of overshined by the Gen 7 hype. But we do have RockRuff in raids. Now, RockRuff going into Lycanroc, the Midnight form, I didn't talk about it, but it actually seems like it has a decent moveset for PvP. I think it's just a little too frail, but that is a new Pokemon you can go ahead and hunt. As far as the 3-star raids, a Graveler is decent for some special cups if that ever comes back. Wigglytuff's good for the Great League. Nidoqueen's good for the Great and the Ultra League, and Alolan Raichu has some average play in the Great League, I'd say. Finally, Tapu Koko. This is a new legendary, so might as well go get it. I will be dropping a 1-minute counter guide for Tapu Koko later today, but it doesn't have a shiny or any legacy moves, and it doesn't seem like the most meta relevant Pokemon is. But you know, new legendaries are always cool to raid and get them in your Pokedex at least once. Mega raids are going to be Mega Venusaur, but you probably don't need a Mega Venusaur. We had the Bulbasaur Community Day, which you get a bunch of Mega Energy for this Pokemon. Now, the new season of PvP, I believe, has just recently started. I heard yesterday people above rank 20 were actually getting Tapu Kokos from PvP. Now, what I recommend doing, it is a chill season, but if you can push for rank 20 as fast as possible, this is great during the new seasons. If you don't know, once you're rank 20 in PvP, first of all, this season you're going to be getting like a Pikachu Libre and some cool poses, but also on top of that, you do have the chance of getting the legendary. So I always recommend early in the season, push as fast as you can to rank 20. So at least every time you're doing your battles in rank 20, you have a chance of getting the current legendary. So if you don't want to raid Tapu Koko or go crazy on the raid passes at rank 20, you do have a chance of getting this Pokemon. Now, if you don't know when you Mega Evolve Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type of that Mega, you will get a bonus candy. I was going to tell you guys what type to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to say I think a flying type is your best bet. Pokemon like Mega Pidgeot is a normal and flying type Pokemon, means it shares types with Rowlet, Pikipek, and Yungoos, which are 3 out of the 5 main wild spawns we're going to be getting during this event. Another option would be Aerodactyl, because RockRuff, which is one of the new gens, is a rock type Pokemon. Pikipek and Rowlet are both flying type Pokemon, so you will be getting candy for those 3. All in all, I don't know how worth it Mega Evolving Pokemon is right now. I do think Pineapple Berries are really worth it right now because we have all these new Pokemon, so using Pineapple Berries to stock up their candies quick is going to be in your best interest. But those are the Megas I would recommend Mega Evolving. And honestly, that is about it for the event, guys. It is a new season. We have new Pokemon, so really the main key of this event is just to start catching these new Pokemon and start stocking up their candies. Unfortunately, a lot of them did get shafted by their movesets, and they're not going to be that relevant. But stay tuned tomorrow in which we break down what are the best new Gen 7 Pokemon to go for and which ones could use a move update to get a little better. That's gonna be it, guys. If you have any other tips, guys, feel free to comment below and share with people. I hope you guys are excited for this new Gen 7 event, Pokemon Go, and this whole new season of Alola. I think it's going to be a great one. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Follow for tips. Peace.